Yo, what's going on, guys? Shake and Bake back, and today is a freaking awesome day because we have tons of NBA 2K19 news! And more specifically, my team. If you watch the videos or you follow the channel, you know we upload and play my team. That's what we're all about. And today is my team day, man. We got so much freaking news. This is the most in-depth blog I've ever seen from 2K. Like, it's crazy. It literally took me like 15 to 20 minutes just to read this and think about really quickly as I went through it. So this is going to be a long video. We got a trailer and a blog. Tons of news to cover on pretty much every aspect of the mode. There were a few things that they did not mention. They didn't mention really dynamic duos, but it is in this little trailer. They did show it in here. But yeah, we'll watch the trailer first. I'll kind of talk about some things that you'll see. And then I think we'll go over the blog step by step, so you don't have to read it if you really don't want to. Because it's definitely a lot of reading, but we get to see what my team looks like, what cards look like. Look at all 5 of them right there. That's crazy nice. You guys get to see pink diamonds, and pink diamonds are no longer actually the top tier. There is now a tier above them. It's Galaxy Opal. I don't know. I tried to look up a picture of that, but it's kind of strange. Right there, you're seeing the triple threat, which is basically the new version of Blacktop, and you see a little bit of gameplay right here. Looks pretty sweet, man. We're playing like some type of palace. Looks really cool. Basically, looks like they're trying to bring Park kind of to my team with like the 3-on-3 gameplay, just a little bit. And we also see packs being opened, which is pretty freaking sweet. I'm loving that. Like, the animation's a little bit quicker this year, and they even said in the blog they wanted to do that. And then you guys get to see a little bit of gameplay. DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker duoing up right there, which is pretty dope. And yeah, a little bit more gameplay sprinkled in here. You get to see more Sapphire cards and Brandon freaking Roy. Yo, that's dope, man. I'm excited for that. Schedule rewards. They talk about that a lot in the blog. It's actually a lot better than past years. A lot of changes to that. But that was the trailer. The trailer was pretty quick. Honestly, the trailer, they could have made that in another couple minutes because there's so much information in this new blog. There really is. And if you go back and like rewatch it, you'll see some small things just like on the cards and just small things that they talk about. Like if you go all the way back to that first screenshot of where it shows the lineup. So this is going to happen pretty much every MyTeam game, they said. I'm not sure if this will happen online. I think it will. But when you sub out players, it'll have this screen where it shows the 5 guys and it'll show who's checking into the game. And apparently it's supposed to focus in on guys like Pink Diamonds or things like that. You guys can see right there, though, there's Baron Davis, who is a historic player. And we're going to be getting throwback cards from day 1, launch night. They're going to be throwback packs, crazy stuff. So he'll be in those type of packs. You can pull him. Then there's also that Steph Curry card, which is on fire. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But then also you see Pink Diamond Tim Duncan. I think that's going to be a reward card as well with the 3 stripes down the side. Looks like it is a reward card. So again, there's just small details that if you look at, you can see. And you also see he has a star next to his name, next to the power forward. So maybe that means he's our best player or something like that. Because again, it did say, well actually maybe it just means he's a reward card. I don't know. Because the Melo does have the star as well for being a reward. So the 3 stripes definitely would be the reward. So pretty sweet stuff. Again, I think this just looks absolutely crazy. But I think the star might mean he's your best player. And then you also see, again, LeBron James, which will be just the normal card in League packs. They're not doing Sapphires from what it looks like from... They haven't said it, but they're... What I've seen in these, you see a Amethyst Giannis, Amethyst LeBron James. So I'm pretty sure these Amethysts will be in packs day 1. They said that in the blog, which we're going to jump into real quick, but I just wanted to jump back to that screenshot. And a Diamond Mellow reward card. Pretty sweet stuff. I'm guessing those will be card collecting levels, possibly. There's also a Julius Erving, if we look at the next one, a Scottie Pippen reward, and, yeah, also we see a League card, John Wall, and Giannis, and then another historic with Alonzo Mourning. Now, that Julius Erving is apparently going to be a Player of the Month card, which I am actually really excited for, but it sounds like it's going to be a little hard to get. We'll talk about that. I just wanted to show you guys those quick couple of things, and, yeah, again, in the triple threat mode, you did see a little bit of... Again, what the 3v3 is going to look like, and they break it down, so we'll do that. But just wanted to break down that trailer really quickly and show you a couple small things in case you missed it. Again, it's a short trailer, but there's a lot of good stuff. Okay, so now we take a look at this My Team blog. We do get right at the top of it another screenshot that shows the, what's it called? The kind of player thing that I'm talking about. You've seen this before. Like, they showed this, like, in these previous games, so it's not like it's new, but it looks like it's going to be more prevalent of just showing who's checking into the game and things like that. And again, another one of those on-fire cards. You see Chris Paul, James Harden, Drummond, Anthony Davis, and Paul George. Once again, these guys are Amethyst. They're not Sapphire cards. So you're going to be starting the year with Amethyst cards in packs. Thank goodness, because I don't like... I mean, I felt like the creep, as you would describe it, the power creep, is a little too slow. I don't know if I'm using that properly. And that's one thing they actually talk about here with the content. And we'll get into that, but again, I like that starting the year, we will have Amethyst, not Sapphire James Harden, Amethyst James Harden. I like that. I think it's actually going to be a bit better. And they talk about a whole lot of things. Pink diamonds early in the year and a ton of crazy stuff. So sit back and let's get into this. I will timestamp this in the description for y'all. I'll be the GOAT, so if you don't really care about locker codes, or you don't really care about packs, and you want to hear about a certain thing, timestamps in the description, and I'll pin my comment at the top. So I got y'all, in case you don't want to sit here for this long video, because it's going to be long. So this is from the viewpoint of senior producer Eric Bonish? Bonish? It sounds German. Looks German, but I don't know how to pronounce it. And I took German for a few years, so that's kind of sad. Definitely is, but he talks about growing up and having cards and stuff like that. Pretty cool little anecdote, but for time's sakes, we're just gonna flip through that and go into the philosophy. They talk about what they could do better, which I really like, and again, that takes it takes some gonads to say, hey, we did this, but like, it could have been a little bit better, and I think that's actually good to see and nice to see, like, because again, the content releases during the year, at times it was like, okay, we haven't gotten a new card for 3 weeks, what's going on? And then at other times it was like, okay, we've gotten 7 pink diamonds this week, I can't open any more packs. So yeah, I think this will be a little bit better, but basically they said there was too sparse, and I think that's a good descriptive word to use this from. So I like that. It also talks about the packs and things like that, and packs this year are going to be tiered, so you'll automatically pull cards. So if you pull in throwback cards, you are getting throwback players. I like that. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to pull league players in throwback packs, so now we won't. Last year, it did not guarantee them. This year, it will. This is one of the really nice things, just reading it over. I've read this over a few times, but I'm still going to be staring at it and reading it as we go along here. But yeah, that sounds sweet to me because, and there might be even like higher levels to this, so like there might be like guaranteed diamond packs and things like that. I'm not, again, that's a maybe, but there will be at least guaranteed throwback player packs and then probably guaranteed moment player packs, so that's kind of nice. And then there also will be just, you know, the normal stuff. So this is something we've been asking for I feel like a while. I feel like I've been mentioning this in my own videos, at least, for a couple years now. And I will say, some of this stuff, low-key, feels like it's bringing back the prime MyTeam vibes. They take a lot of things from past years MyTeam and kind of bring them to the future and bring them better, it sounds like. We'll talk about that further, but let's just keep going into it. The content cadence they talk about, and again, that's where what you start out with. Again, last year it was sapphires and rubies slowly, and then amethysts, and then slowly diamonds, and then slowly pink diamonds, and then a lot of pink diamonds. But this year, there's going to be a pullable pink diamond planned for September, I think. It says pink diamond plan, but I think they say later on that it's going to be pullable in packs. And they talk about like how there's going to be different series of pink diamond cards, and if you collect all 6 of them, you'll get a Series 1 Opal card, and apparently that's like one of the best cards in the game, so if you collect all 6 of them, you'll get some really crazy stuff. So I'm actually excited for that. Sounds kind of nice. Like they have plans to drop certain content throughout the year. I like that. That's the good thing, man. There's a lot of good changes in this blog. I will say one thing that a lot of people are probably going to ask about, and again, I'll just say it now. There are contracts back in MyTeam. A lot of people have asked about that because you have seen modes in other games taken them away. Contracts are still in MyTeam. You can see them on the pack screen. It shows the contracts, so those are still here. I don't think it's too bad. This year, we at least got diamond contracts, which I think was a little bit better. It would be nice if we could auction those. I don't know if we will be able to or not. That'd be a nice feature, I think, just because then if you really don't want to pay for contracts, you can pay for, you know, a diamond contract or something like that. That would be nice, or diamond shoes. I would like to see those as auctionable. We will see them. But they said we were diamond starved, and they were definitely right. And again, amethyst cards will be pullable day 1, so that's really nice. And again, there will be those throwback cards out as well day 1. Now we jump into MyTeam Unlimited. That is what, I guess, Supermax is being called now. It's different, and it's basically kind of bye-bye to Supermax and hello MyTeam Online, because it comes back to that similar format of where you have to win about 12 games. 12 games is the amount you can play, and if you go 12-0, you get a crazy reward, which it shows you right here. Julius Erving Pink Diamond for winning 12 games, not winning 50, not winning 100, not winning 200 games over a freaking 2-week span, or something like that crazy. 12 games, 12 in a row. And that's what I like to see, because, you know, some of us got real lives and can't always spend that much time playing the game, but that's a good amount of games, and I think it will be hard, because going 12-0 in 2K, it does not just require skill, it requires luck of the servers, and luck of so many else things, because, I mean, if your power goes out, you lose a game right then and there, so it really does require, like, luck. So it's definitely more than that, which I kind of like. It will be a little hard to go 12-0 though. Just from past experiences, I did this before. Sometimes I went 12-0, sometimes you go 11-1, but they did say there would be rewards for that. Now you guys can see the rewards, and one thing they talk about a lot in this blog is saying that rewards will be better, and I want to believe them, I do, but looking at this screen right here, these rewards don't look the craziest, at least the MyTeam point amount. 1,000 MyTeam points for 12 wins. Bro, that ain't gonna cut it. I'm gonna be real with you. 12,000 might be a little bit better, but 1,000, that ain't gonna cut it. 25 MT for 1 win. What does 25 MT actually pay for? Come on, man, that can't be serious. I'm hoping these are just starter amounts and they're gonna change that, because that just doesn't even seem serious. 25 MT for winning a game. Come on, man. Especially when we're getting 50K to start the year. Like, man, you might want to be really careful with that 50K MT. But yeah, I'm hoping those will be, like, you know, improved. And now, one thing they do say right here is they show base league packs, standard league packs, and deluxe. That might be that tiering that they talked about, because, again, maybe one of them, you know, deluxe might guarantee rubies are better, maybe standard guarantees sapphire are better, maybe base guarantees, I don't know, a gold are better, and maybe they do something like that, and then maybe there's one pack that can just pull anything. I don't know. But I think that might be what that is, the tiering, because they did talk about how there will be tiering of cards. And, I mean, heck, if you get 5 deluxe league packs, that might be kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie, but you do have to win 12 games, which is a lot. And again, you don't get a lot of MT back, so that's a tough thing. I definitely think they need to be a little bit more giving with the MyTeam points. And they're gonna probably watch this video if they have the time to watch this video. It's gonna be long. So, yeah, hopefully they do see that and realize that winning 12 games, that's about 6 hours of work for 1,000 MyTeam points. That's not gonna cut it. I'm gonna keep it real here. But I do like the look of this. I think it's much better. Again, a full month to go 12-0 versus a full month to play 200 games. I think that's much better. Like, you could do that in a full sitting, and you couldn't do that other stuff in a full sitting. 12 games is a lot in one sitting, though. I will say that. But with Rage Quits, it's definitely doable. So MyTeam Unlimited's back. It's the new competitive mode where you can earn points, card packs, and reward tokens, which is the newest thing to this year's game that they're going to be bringing. It's kind of like bringing back the black market. They did this a while ago where you could buy a couple of exclusive things. You get packs early. They're literally doing that. They're bringing it back. It's not called the black market. It's just called the token market. And yeah, you can take tokens and end up buying cards, and once you buy all the cards, you get new ones. So if you buy all the rubies, you get amethyst. You buy all the amethyst, you get diamonds, and so on, which is really cool. There will be packs before they hit the store. They'll come out on there, which is really awesome, because I actually liked the black market when they did that stuff. It was really dope. So that's freaking crazy, and that's going to be dope. So those who grind will get exclusive bonus and stuff like that. Apparently, if you complete this Player of the Month set that has probably Dr. J and a whole bunch of other cards, you'll get a 99, I'm assuming, Galaxy Opal. Seems like they're the new 99s, and maybe Pink Diamond is 97 to 98 or 90s. Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably what it's going to be, those two. And then 99 will be Galaxy Opal, Isaiah Thomas. So kind of cool. Again, brings it back to the Isaiah Thomas you get from the Blacktop. Except for now, they just kind of moved that reward, which is nice, because that was a cool reward back in the day, like, people grinded for. And that's one of the things that they're bringing back is grinding for rewards, which I like. Again, card collector levels are back. I hate to spoil it, but if you didn't read the blog already, that is back, and that is a huge thing that I loved, and they took away from last year, and it was definitely disappointing. Let's talk about Triple Threat now. Again, I mentioned this before, but we didn't really talk about everything about it. It's actually pretty in-depth, and there's two different ways to play it. There's single player, there's multiplayer. If you play single player, you have to, pretty much like Domination, you have to beat all the teams. You get this kind of board thing, and the ball drops down, kind of like in an arcade, and it'll basically decide who you're playing. And I'm sure once teams get eliminated, it probably just falls to the automatic ones that you have left. So that's really cool. I actually like, it'll be kind of cool to watch the ball drop. It's kind of like you guys to have the spinner or whatever that shows the rewards for who you're playing with. I'm not sure if it still does that or if you just pick your 3. I kind of think you pick your 3, just my guess, which might be better than random rewards, even though it is fun to play with random cards at times, and that was one of the things that made Blacktop fun. So we'll see if maybe multiplayer they do that, or if you still pick your cards. It does not say, I don't think. So there's that, and if you beat all those 30 teams, you get rewards, and then you can keep playing, like it won't just like restart or anything. Like it's just a final thing, and you can keep playing and playing and playing to get rewards, which is nice. I like that. Apparently, reward tokens is big in this mode. They say that here. And yeah, again, you can see the 5. I think those are reward tokens in the middle there. Those little things. We're getting kind of crazy with these new tiers, these new tokens. You can also see in the corner, too, the guy has, I think, 256 of these tokens. So they're definitely going to be prevalent in the mode. And again, there will be exclusive packs in this mode. Exclusive cards you can just get by playing this. So I actually do like this. Again, seems like they're expanding MyTeam, and it won't just be, hey, you gotta play Super Max, and that's pretty much all you can play online. There's even gonna be multiplayer moment challenges. But let's talk about Triple Threat Online. Again, 3-on-3. It sounds like you're gonna bring your 3 in versus another person's 3, just from what I'm seeing. Like, I don't see any wheel spinning cards or anything like that, or randomizing it. Maybe you do get that, but I don't know. But it says losses do matter, but you can still actually get balls to drop. It kind of similar to like where you flip cards in 2K last year, where you could flip them on the board. Now you get balls that drop, and they either go to MT, they go to tokens, or what looks like, I'm not sure what that, I think that's a triple threat pack, the ones right there that it shows. And again, it looks kind of bronze, so I don't know if that's good or bad. It might just be like a standard pack with nothing too crazy, but the rewards look pretty nice. You don't see like injury contracts and things like that, like that you used to get on the Blacktop mode that were like so like waste. Or you get those freaking things that were the strikes or whatever, and if you got 3 of them, the board reset, and it was just like so pointless. So it doesn't look like there will be negative rewards, which thank goodness for that. So you guys can see the amount of balls per win. It looks like you get 4, and then if you win and you're up certain high tiers, and then if you lose, you still get 2 balls for losing at that point, just because you've gotten so far along. And then a certain amount of losses, 3 down in the corner, says you're out and you have to restart for the online triple threat. So kind of nice. The more wins you get, the better the rewards are. I do like that. I do like that they're still rewarding you, even if you do lose and you've played a whole bunch of games. So even if you've made it all the way to the top and you lose, you still get some kind of reward, which is nice. There will be exclusive stuff in that mode and things like that. Now let's talk about the challenges. This is one thing that I like, and this is brand new to MyTeam that they will be doing. Challenges this year will stack, at least the new weekly challenges, not moment challenges, but weekly challenges will stack. There will be moment challenges too, but let's talk about the weekly challenges. So last year, if you had missed, I don't know, say week 6 or something like that, you wouldn't get week 6 back. It would just go to week 7. And if you didn't complete it, you just didn't get the token and you're behind. And then eventually at the end of the year, they do add some of the challenges back that you can redo. But usually when I miss a week, I'm done. I'm not playing anymore, because then you're playing your weeks behind for older content, and it's really not that fun. But this year, and they did show this in the challenge, it said week 1 and week 2. If you beat both of those or whatever, you beat, I don't know, the first one, you can beat them whenever you want, which is really nice. So that is something that's going to be new. You won't have to worry about going on vacation and you missed a week. It will end up just being there for when you get back, which is nice. And you can beat it, and you get a whole bunch of more rewards, things like that. They also talk about schedule mode later on too, which seems to be back, but differently, which I like because it was not that great this year. Comes to the challenges for weekly, you still get 5 a week, which is pretty nice, and yeah, I actually really like that. Then multiplayer challenges will be coming, I think, every single week, but those won't stack, so there'll be different things, and you might have to like build different lineups and play guys online for different rewards, maybe tournaments, things like that. So custom design scenarios, and you'll be earning rewards for participating in them. Sounds pretty sweet. I do like that we'll be getting those, because we only got about 2 multiplayer moment challenges this past year. Maybe not even. We might have only got 1. So they really only did it very rarely this past year, and it seems like it'll be coming every single week now. So there's gonna be a lot of different ways to play, which I do like, and they also talk about the schedule challenges where you'll get 2 every week, and or is it every 2 weeks? I think it's 2 every week, to be honest. I think that's what it says. And there'll be 15 games instead of 30, because the 900 they did last year was a little bit grindy, and some of the things weren't worth it. So they did say this year they'll be giving you piles of MyTeam points. That's what I like to hear. Now, 25 MT ain't a pile. I hope y'all know that. We went through this with Ronnie 2K. A bit of time is less than 2 hours. Piles of MT is a whole lot more than 25 MT. I'll tell you that much. So, high-end free agent cards, don't love that. Again, unless, like, that you can play maybe unlimited games versus the CPU or something, but free agent tells me that they're limited, and I don't like 5-game free agent cards, never have. And then when you beat the 15th and final game, you get 3 reward tokens and a free pack of throwback cards, which is pretty cool. I'm hoping that number of tokens maybe is a little bit higher than 3. I don't know, just because 15, I don't know if they're full games or if they're smaller ones. I don't think they'll be full games, but some might be. So, hopefully, maybe the rewards are a little bit, but I do like the free pack of throwback cards. That is nice with guaranteed throwback players. So that's sweet. You get free cards for just playing the game. That's what I like to hear. Once again, more moment challenges this year, and they also say there will be a moment challenge right on opening night for 2,000 points for just beating DeAndre Ayton. So that's nice. And I like that kind of stuff. Just easy, free challenges for 2,000 MT. That's not bad. It's not craziest, but it's worth doing, I think. And that's what we want. We want challenges that are going to be worth doing. They talk about Domination. Little bit of a change to Domination. It's not just MyTeam Domination versus NBA teams, then Historic, and then All Time. This year, it's normal NBA teams, and you do not have to play them all in one way, like 30-1. Instead, it goes back to, I think, 2K14, where you can get the stars versus the divisions. You could pick and choose and bounce between ones. It's like that this year. So if you want to do the Eastern Division, or Atlantic, that's what they called it, with the Celtics and the Knicks and all those teams, you can do that. And then say you're stuck on the Knicks, like, I don't know, maybe they're harder this year. They talk about that. Guys got stuck on it last year. I don't know if that happened, but you can jump over to, like, any other division and do those and then go back to it, which is nice. I do like that. So you can kind of choose, like, hey, out the gate, if these Domination packs are fire and they contain Amethyst, which hopefully there's a chance they at least do, because last year, they definitely could have been better. They've gotten worse, the packs, as the years have gone on. Like, you used to be able to get, like, the LeBron James and some of these crazy cards, the Marcus Cousins out of them, but these past years, you really haven't been. So, hopefully you can choose, say, hey, I want to go after this guy, or Giannis, or all these guys, and get a shot at those guys. So, that does sound pretty nice, but the tiers this year, again, NBA Domination against normal teams, like I just said, then Fantasy Domination, like they have custom ones, ABA grades, Finals MVP, so some of these teams might be really hard. And you get our first Diamond player, just like last year, for beating those if you beat every team, so not too bad, probably be 30 teams, just like the other one is. And then All Time is the next one, and apparently, you get yourself a pink diamond just for beating Domination. Yes, free pink diamonds. That is what I like to hear. Free pink diamond, they definitely have my attention now, and the rewards seem better. Because again, this past year, for beating all-time Dom, all you got was a diamond, and the diamond selection really wasn't that crazy. For a pink diamond, it has to be a good player. There's only so many good pink diamonds. Like, they don't put out, like, they don't give, I don't know, like a crappy pink diamond. Like, they don't do that. They don't give Sleepy Floyd pink diamonds, so that's kind of the cool thing. So, hopefully he's not the pink diamond, and it's someone good. Imagine if it was, like, Brandon Roy or someone else. Probably won't be, but probably be someone pretty good. Could be Tim Duncan. We did see him as the pink diamond, so maybe it is Tim Duncan. That wouldn't be too bad, I'm not gonna lie. That'd be pretty solid. Reward tokens, and we see the little reward screen right here. Again, it looks like you'll be able to scroll through, pick up all these cards for tokens. You guys can see right here, the Rashard Lewis is 50 tokens, Baron Davis 50, Melo 50, so the diamonds look like they're 50. This dude's out of tokens, so he's already hit bankrupt, so that's not good for him. So I'm hoping maybe you get a little bit more tokens out of, what's it called, as I said before, the other modes, because if they're each 50 tokens and doing 15 games only get you 3 tokens, it's gonna be like impossible to get all these cards, and you have to get all of them to get to the next tier. So You have to get all the diamonds to get to the pink diamonds. I don't know if I like that system personally, just because, like, you might not want Baron Davis or some other cards like that, but it will force you to buy them. And again, that Baron Davis is an upgrade versus this historic one, which is a 91 or 92, I think. So, kind of cool to see cards like that, and now we know how you'll get the Melo and Rashard Lewis, too. Not bad. Properly diamond as well. If you make your way all the way up, there will be Galaxy Opal Markets, so you can choose from pink diamonds, and again, and then Galaxy Opals, which is going to be pretty sweet. So, yeah, I gotta get used to that. Galaxy Opal is the crazy one now. We're gonna be pulling cards from the other galaxies and all kinds of cool stuff. Hoping the border on those looks good, because we haven't seen anything like that. We haven't seen that yet. I do like them adding a tier, though, because I think there was a little bit of room to maybe add one more tier, and yeah, should be a little bit better. Also says the reward market should offer no shortage on intrigue as the year goes on. I hope that is I hope that is the truth here. Because if they don't update it and they don't add this stuff, it's just gonna be just silly talk. And again, if they do add, you know, these packs before they're dropped, all kinds of exclusive cards, limited edition cards in here, that would be dope. But then also, it's gonna make you not want to spend your tokens on like all these cards trying to grind up, because then if they drop a limited edition card that you can get in here, you're gonna be out of tokens. You're gonna be like, get out of luck. I don't know, man. So I do like that stuff, but I do kind of hope there's like heads up and we kind of get the gist of what's going on with that. But there's also daily trials. That's something new. I'm not gonna talk about this too much. It's pretty simple. Basically, they'll give you a couple of, I think 3 stat-based objectives start today. So score 20 points with MJ, or just with anyone, and you'll get maybe 1,000 MT. Stuff like that. They shouldn't be too hard, it says, and like, they won't make you go out of your way, I guess, to get them. So like, they won't force you to get like a quintuple double or something like that. Something crazy. Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping. So just more free ways of getting MT, which is nice. And then we get to a big boy. LockerCodes. This is crazy. This is huge. LockerCodes coming back, but they're going to be doing it better than ever. They know we like LockerCodes. Different people have different opinions about it, and they say that here. And they also talk about guys who have jobs and they can't get the codes. Kids who are at school can't get the codes. Kids who are in Australia and they are asleep when codes come out. So they talk about LockerCodes this year. There will be different types. There will be the limited ones still. So we will still be camping for codes, which is good and bad. But there will also be just LockerCodes that anyone can get at any point of the day. So they'll give you something. They'll give you a code, which they already do, actually. It's down below. Does not work on 2K18. You have to put it in 19. So I have to remember that. But you put that code in, and then it says some of these will just be MyTeam points. Some of these will be a prize ball that drops down, just like the triple threat thing. And basically, you might get a card, you might not. Like, you might get this limited edition card, or you might just get some MyTeam points. So I like that, but yeah, it's definitely going to stink when you're one of the guys who doesn't get it. When that ball's close to dropping, and then all of a sudden it goes down to the pink diamond and the 100 MT, and it goes at 100 MT. Ooh, that's going to be a trouble. So yeah, pretty cool stuff, and they've talked about how they're going to make it a bit smoother this year, which I like, and I'm excited for it. So, LockerCodes are back, and again, they give us a LockerCode right here, but we don't know what it's for. And they don't even say, but they said it'll be there waiting for you when you start the game, which is kind of nice. So maybe some free MT or something like that. I don't know. Moving forward, I know this is a long video. There's just so much information. Like, you can't make a short video on this. You could break it up, I suppose, but I'm not doing that. Timestamps in the description, fam. Collector levels. Talking about this is huge, man. Collector levels are massive. They took a year off from these this past year, and I thought it was tragic. I love collector levels. We had the checklist going last year. I don't really think you're going to need a checklist this next year because they have new features in the auction house, so it'll tell you if you bought a card already, which is nice. Like, it'll say, like, it'll have something up in the corner, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll just show that it's already been bought, and you already have this card, maybe an exclamation point or something like that. So yeah, collector levels are back, and yeah, your collector level increases as you get more cards and stuff like that. There's gonna be MT point prizes, reward tokens, diamonds, pink diamonds, and the works. So just like it was back in the good old days, it's back, and you get to collect cards, and I love that, because that's my favorite part about MyTeam, to be honest. Like, grinding for that Kobe, and that was one of the coolest things ever, and then, like, the Damian Lillard back in the days, and the Iverson, like, all those cool cards, like, that's always been one of my favorite parts about the mode. Just collecting cards, and I think that'll have a lot of people coming back to MyTeam, just that alone. Just because people like collecting. I mean, as he said with the little story, he was collecting cards, and It's what people like to do. Now we talk about the heat check cards. They mentioned these, and at first I thought these were going to be like moment packs like weeks ago. But now they've shown us these aren't going to be moment players, but those are coming back moment cards. These are going to be similar to that, though, because everyone will have a heat check card. So there will be two versions of Giannis right out the gate. There will be heat check Giannis and normal Amethyst Giannis. They show them right there. They show the 90 overall heat check card that's not on fire, and then they also showed earlier on the 90 Giannis in the triple threat mode. So now, when Giannis goes out and has a crazy game, I don't know what they define as a crazy game and stuff like that, hoping that this is accurate and it's updated, his ratings will actually get boosted on the heat check, and the card will literally be engulfed in flames, and they even specified the flames are animated, which is cool. I'm not gonna lie. Cards are on fire in 2K19. But, yeah, so cards ratings will be going up, so he gets a +3 to probably a lot of his stats, and maybe he gets like a crazy dunk rating or stuff like that, so cards will literally become on fire when they have good performances in real life for 48 hours, so I like that. That's really dope. I'm not sure if, like, they string together games, they'll just constantly be on fire. So this is kind of cool, because these cards will hold good value. And again, I'm not sure if the boost will get even greater as the year goes on. Like, maybe there's a multiplier. Like, maybe if Giannis has had, like, 7 heat check games in a row, maybe now he's like a 95, 96. And I think this will be interesting on the market, because guys are going to want to buy and sell these cards. They're going to want to, you know, kind of like dynamic cards used to be. That seems like what these might be, but again, there's going to be like a buyer and sell thing. You don't want to get stuck with this card when it's not on fire, after especially you paid for it when it was. So there's going to be a lot of cool things, and yeah, again, they will literally be on fire. I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. They talk about the 20th anniversary collection, and I mentioned this earlier on in this video very quickly, that there will be a big collection, which this sounds like to me kind of like the Team USA cards when they did that, where you had complete sets for diamonds, and then if you got all the Team USA players, you got a pink diamond Barkley. Now, it won't be that. It'll be a little different, but there will be these 20th anniversary pink diamond cards that they're going to be dropping into packs, and will be, again, the very first pullable pink diamond in 2K19, and you're going to want to get these after they're dropped, apparently, which is pretty nice. It says shortly after launch, so this I mean, it's going to be coming pretty quickly. It might be, like, literally, like, September, October, which is nice. I mean, again, we're going to be starting the year with these great cards, so we won't have to wait till, you know, June, July to get, you know, pink diamonds. I like that. I think that'll be pretty cool, and there probably will be, by the end of the year, so many that you'll get to choose some crazy teams. So, yeah, if you collect all of these, there will be 3 series. So, again, 3 throughout the entire year, I'm thinking. So, Series 1 might be, like, up until Christmas, and then Series 2 might be, like, up until, maybe the playoffs, and then playoffs to maybe the finals will be Series 3, or maybe the summer will be Season 3, Series 3, whatever. 6 cards in each, so 6 pink diamond drops, and then, again, if you get all 6 of them, you'll get a Galaxy Opal 99 overall card. So pretty sweet. And again, apparently these are the best cards in the game, it says. And they'll be in packs, which is nice, so I assume they'll be on the market. So pretty freaking crazy. But you will have to hold on to them, again, to get that Opal card. So there is that one caveat, especially because it's not fun hanging on to cards that you probably don't use, especially later in the year. So at least it does break it down into 6 chunks, and it's not like get all 18 of them. Hanging on to 18 cards, can't even play with 18, like 98 cards or whatever. Throwback collections, huge, and we're still going. This video is so freaking long, but there just keeps going. We're almost there, we're getting there. Throwback collections, again, they're doing 2 teams per 2 weeks, just like they did a couple years ago. They didn't really do it this past year. They kind of just added random groups, and I didn't like it. I liked it better when we could get Amethyst Day 1 and Diamonds and things like that. It doesn't say what the collection rewards are for completing these, but it might be a diamond player, because they're going to be Amethyst, I think, in packs. Again, you can see that Baron Davis that they show us, which is a 91 overall. Card looks sweet. I'm assuming the smoke around it's going to be animated, and it just, the card, they look really cool this year. They look better than last year, I think. So, excited for that, and yeah, again, it's going to be that 2-week cycle. Maybe we'll even get those pack reveals, and like, some of the really awesome things that I liked back in 2K17. Seems like they're really going, really intense with this stuff, man. So those will be back, and again, they will be guaranteed in throwback packs. So you pull a throwback pack, you're getting a throwback player. You're not getting a league player, you're not getting a bronze, you're not getting all this other crap. You are getting a throwback player. It might be a bronze throwback player, but it's gonna be It's gonna be a throwback player. We don't know. Last year, they didn't have bronzes. They were gold or better. We'll see what they do with it for this next year. But again, it'll be 2 weeks. The first 2 teams will be Grizzlies and Hornets. Not too bad. Again, Baron Davis will be in them, and that's a pretty sweet card. Always fun to play with in 2K. And again, we didn't see like a Baron Davis like this for a while. Again, he was like a Ruby and Amethyst. We saw Amethyst, not Amethyst, Sapphire, Baron Davis, then eventually Ruby and Amethyst. Again, it feels like we're just gonna get better content right out the gate, which I like. They also talk about notifications, so if you get outbid, you'll know, probably up in the corner, something like that, stuff like that. If you have a pack waiting for you, if you complete a goal, MyTeam, stuff like that. Not gonna dive into that. It's straightforward. It just says you'll get more notifications this year. So if like you're in a game, you might get a notification saying, hey, you just got outbid. That would be a little annoying in-game, like if I'm online, because then I can't really quit, but it would be cool if you could potentially bid from online. I don't think you will be able to, though. That sounds like a lot of programming, and that sounds pretty hard to do. Slowly getting to the bottom, there's a card glossary, and basically, it just is the one-stop shop for telling you everything about cards, things like that. It kind of sounds like it'll be for new players and things like that. Not gonna go over that, really don't need to. It just says, basically, it'll tell you what badges do, heat check cards, and basically everything I've talked about in this video. Completely new interface. They talk about how MyTeam this year, it's kind of boring when you load it up. I mean, it'll tell you what cards are out and stuff like that, but it's not that exciting. Instead, now it shows you your goals that you completed, reward cards that you can get, daily trials, and it shows packs and some other new stuff right at the front screen. And you can see what MyTeam's gonna look like this year. You can also see up in the corner, he has what looks like Galaxy Opal level attained, I think, because that ball, it looks like that's gonna be the Galaxy Opal, I think that's going to be what it looks like this year, so that would probably be the border for those top tier 99 cards. And I'm assuming that he's already got that for his level, so I think if you're Pink Diamond, the level in the corner might be Pink Diamond. Just an assumption based off what that is. That looks like a Galaxy Opal from when I googled it. So yeah, it'll show everything from there, and you guys can see the little auction, little exclamation points, so maybe that means you have auctions going, things like that, or things sold. So maybe that'll be kind of the notification system, whether it's up there or higher up. Things like that. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered that. Again, all new pack market, as we said. There will be packs, there will be boxes, all kind of grouped together, which is nice to see. You won't have to go to the single packs and then look at them, and then the boxes and look at them. You can just kind of see everything, I guess, in one area, which is nice, and then also the reward market, too. Once again, we talked about the changes to the auction house. We really haven't actually mentioned these, but there are some pretty nice ones here. Again, it'll show you if you already have a card, which is nice. You'll be able to see the badges without having to click on it individually. Maybe it'll show it right below the card. It'll say like 7 Amethyst badges, or Hall of Fame badges, whatever, and stuff like that. And, yeah, in the spirit of trying to cut this short, they are briefly going over a lot of the changes. This ain't briefly, fam. There's too much info, almost. So the auctions will be a little bit better than this past year. I like that it'll show me if I have a card or not. That's a big feature to me. That's something nice. The collection menu is redesigned, and again, it'll show you notifications if you pull a guy, and maybe you might not be able to find it. You don't know how many times someone tweets at me, I can't find this card I just pulled, and I have to tweet them the collection, and then you have to go to it. This year, it'll kind of walk you through that a little bit easier, probably, to get to it. It'll show you the notification here, and then here, and here, and you'll have to actually find it to get rid of it. So, I like that. It does pile up, though, when you have a lot of cards, and you gotta go through them all. So, looks nice, and you can also search for cards. So, if you just want to search James Harden in a search bar, you can do that, and it'll show you your James Hardens. That is nice. The pack opening reveal they talk about, it's a little bit faster, just because it was a little slower this past year at times, like, especially later in the year when it's like, okay, Amethyst, I really don't need to see this. I gotta sit here for 30 seconds. So, a little bit faster. The menu, we talked about this. It'll show the 5 guys when you, like, check into the screen, stuff like that. But it also shows that it's easier to make coaches, minute adjustments, and stuff like that in the edit lineup menu. I hope that means online stuff, too. So, I don't have to change my settings every single game. That would be freaking nice if that worked. It also now will be showing all 13 cards instead of 5, and then your 8 on the bench. So, a little bit different and stuff like that. And you can also search for players, as you can with the collection, to put in your lineup. Whew, this is a long video, fam. We are at the final stretch of this video. Presentation, I talked about this, that it'll show the guys, so we don't really need to work on that. But it'll show the 5-person screen, just as it does right here for Chris Paul, James Harden, Anthony Davis, Drummond, and all those guys. It'll show them when they check in the game and stuff like that. And they have a closing thoughts right here, which really just says there's a lot going into MyTeam, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be better rewarding than past year. So pretty excited for that. I also thank everyone who worked on the team. So it looks like they've got at least about 12 people working on the mode down there. And apparently they are excited. I am excited too. Long video, lots of info. My thoughts, it sounds crazy. It sounds awesome. But we still need to see higher MT point totals. They talk about it, but then when they show us the screenshots and it says 12 games for 1,000 points, that ain't cutting it. So hoping we see, we'll probably see a little bit more. Probably see, I'm sure they'll have their community day and they'll have creators out there. So I'm hoping that we see some stuff like that and we see some more clips and pack openings and things like that before the game comes out. That would be nice. But for now, a lot of info to think about. Brandon Roy's back. I like that. He's back in 2K, which we haven't seen for freaking like 10 years or something like that. So he's been actually playing, which is pretty cool. So, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Brandon Roy, so that's cool. Lots of stuff to go over, man. It's just really in-depth, but I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section, man. So now, I won't say this is perfect. I think, like, moving contracts would have been better. I feel like the contracts are getting so silly in modes now, but I think this is pretty damn good. I'm impressed, and I definitely wasn't expecting that much information. Be sure to let me know your thoughts. I'm sorry if this was too long. This was definitely very freaking long. But, yeah, wow. MyTeam 2K19 is coming.